weekly tarot message. If you have not, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you would like to be notified whenever I make a new video. Aquarius, we are working with the Dreams of Gaia deck this week, clarifying with the Rorig Tarot. And then we will pull out some Angel Answers Oracle and some Sacred Rebels Oracle. Now keep in mind, these readings may not resonate, or this reading may not resonate for every Aquarius placement out there. I do these for all 12 zodiac signs. So feel free to check out your other placements or other videos. All the videos are timeless. All right. We are going to be pulling out today, Aquarius, for our career, our love life, and our personal. Oh, we have the Ace of Fire on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so really lovely energy. This is an energy of new opportunity, potential, going after what you want. Really lovely. All right. Oh, now in our career, Aquarius, we have the Five of Earth coming out in reverse. So this is actually, you know, an interesting energy here. It is coming out in reverse, so that is, you know, actually more positive in this case, I feel. Because I do feel like this is us sort of releasing a lack mindset that would have us maybe doing things that weren't in integrity with who we are or who we want to be. Okay, yes. I feel like things could be a little bit unclear. We're clarifying it with the Four of Cups, luxury. So, you know, this is kind of like a confusing situation. I feel like we're not sure what's going on. Like, it's kind of just a confusing cycle that we're in right now. Okay, but yes, here we're really in tune with our intuition here with the Seven of Fire coming out. So it's being clarified with the Princess of Cups. So I feel like the advice from Spirit is that you are in a confusing situation right now, and you may be wanting to even play a little bit dirty just because you can't tell what's going on. So you maybe think that someone is being unfair to you. They may not be, though. You may not understand everything going on in the situation. I do feel like Spirit is saying, trust your intuition. Do trust your intuition, but you don't really need to do anything about it. That's just to make you feel better. We can just sort of relax here and just be free. Okay, so whatever that means to you, but definitely I feel like we're releasing any type of burden of the mind, and really just being open to this kind of, yeah. And the outcome is the Nine of Air in reverse with the Princess of Discs. So a really interesting energy here with the Nine of Air coming up in reverse. I do feel like this is, you know, a call to go within, right? Really, this is a card of reevaluating, really interrogating our thoughts here. You know, I do feel like it's almost like Spirit is saying, like, do trust your intuition, but don't trust you know, but question your mind, right? Like make your mind answer to your intuition and not vice versa. Okay, that's what I'm really picking up. Because I do feel like you're very connected to the earth here with the Princess of Discs. So I just kind of feel like you can feel what's going on. You might not be able to control it, with the Princess of Cups coming out, but we are grounded here. And I do feel like Spirit is saying, like, go after that dream, whatever it is that you have enthusiasm for at this point, and release any small thoughts. Okay, there is something better is coming out. So I am feeling like Aquarius for you in the career. There is something better than what you're doing right now. I do feel like with both of these Princess of Cups coming out, you know, that is an energy of setting your intentions, right? We're just grounding, rooting in our intentions of what we're going to start and what we're going to build. And so I do feel like there could be a work situation that's not the greatest here. It's like very confusing, and I feel like Spirit's saying try not to even think about that because it's not important to you. Whatever this is, I feel like you could have just like a transitional job that's getting you to the next part of your life. Okay, but it's not the most important thing going on for you right now. There's actually like an intention even that's more important. There's a dream that you have, something that you want to do. Maybe you're just starting. Maybe you think like, oh my God, this is not ever going to be tangible. But I do feel like that's it. It will be. And opportunities are around you that you can't see right now because there is something better. Okay, and let's not forget, we do have the Ace of Fire on the bottom of the deck, so really trust in that. You can feel it, right? I know because I've pulled the Ace of Fire when I was going through a really big, like, life-changing moment for me, and I could, like, feel it. Even though I couldn't see it in my surroundings yet, I knew it was coming. Like, I could feel it, that I was like more passionate. I don't know if that made more sense or not, but anyways, moving into love life. Okay, we have the Nine of Earth coming out. So this is really a card. This is Virgo energy. This is very service oriented. Okay, this is what are you giving? All right, and it's very beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And it's like, what do you have to offer? What do you have to give? I feel like you have a lot, right? You have not only, you know, like gifts, like physical, tangible, like material gifts that you would offer, but you have a lot of wisdom to share, Aquarius. Okay, yes, you do, absolutely. Now we have the Six of Air coming out. That's our advice from Spirit. So I do feel like we are just in this really time where we are getting a lot of information is coming in. We're really seeing all sides of the situations that we're in. We're just, like, things are just really changing in our life right now, and especially within love. This is within love, and I feel like currently right now, I feel like if this is resonating for you, I do so far feel like this is for somebody who is maybe single right now, but you have everything to offer, right? You're the Nine of Earth. That's like, you have so much to give, and so it's a really lovely energy to be in. And our advice from Spirit is, to trust in the information that's coming into you right now. Okay, and allow yourself to become enlightened. Allow yourself to understand. We'll get clarifiers in a moment. Okay, yes, I do feel like there could be a meeting this week, Aquarius. I actually do feel like we could be meeting somebody this week. I want to pull clarifiers to make sure that Spirit isn't going to just tell me something different in a minute. But that's what I'm feeling. Someone's inspiring you at the very least, okay? With this 2 of fire. Alright. Yes, we have satiety coming out. So, not only are you very grounded, Aquarius, and very, just in a really fertile, lovely energy, very self-sufficient, but also, I feel like we are loving ourselves. We've gotten to this new beginning all by ourselves, from loving ourselves for exactly who we are, okay? With the 10 of Cups, we are in an energy where we're not really accepting less, right? I feel like we expect someone to toe the line, right? We expect them to give us everything we need and then some. I do feel like Spirit's advice is maybe to try to be a bit more understanding here, because we do have the 4 of Swords, truce coming out. So, and this could be somebody, being more understanding of you, but I do feel like, Aquarius, the way that this is playing out here, I'm feeling like you have very high standards, as you should, because you're amazing. And you shouldn't lower your standards. That's not at all what I'm saying. Keep your standards and definitely expect that, you should be treated exactly how you deserve to be treated. However, I feel like you may read into other people's actions a bit here, because even in the career we have that 9 of air coming out in reverse. So, and no shade at all. We all do this, right? We all let our thoughts get carried away. And I feel like Spirit is saying that your dating advice here from Spirit is not to lower your standards. So I want to just be completely clear that if you think that I mean that at all, I don't. We do not lower our standards one bit. But what we want to do is open our mind, because we may be like sleeping on some options. Like, I don't know, we just might be just thinking something couldn't be possible here, or I don't know, maybe when somebody really does like us, like we talk ourselves out of like believing it. I feel like our thoughts can be our own worst enemy, because what Spirit is coming in and saying is, let your thoughts support you. And with the energy of truth coming in, I do feel like this is an energy of having understanding for yourself and others. So, I am being really careful with my words right now, because we don't want you lowering your standards, but I feel like you can still have the same standards and be more understanding of other people and be more open-minded. Okay, maybe it's even just like if you're on dating apps, maybe you like always swipe on guys with beards because you think that you hate beards. This is like such a weird, like a strange example, but maybe just like swipe right on a bearded guy. Maybe beards are actually for you. Just open your mind a little bit. Take that weird example, however it resonated for you. But I feel like if we do open our mind and just sort of, allow ourself to be more open and be more understanding, we are going to come into this place where we meet someone who matches us, right? So this energy is really lovely because this is someone who matches us in our passion, and they'll push us to be better. I do feel like at the same time as being inspirational to us, they'll be on the same playing field, and because of that, they'll make us feel better about ourselves, And it's just, I see a really mutually positive experience coming in. This is a general reading, so, this maybe will show up for you, not necessarily in the form of a person, okay? But I mean, it is coming up in your love life, so, but it could definitely play out in a different, you could just be inspired by someone to, this could be a friendship, right? Who's somebody who inspires you to ask more for yourself in relationships and to just feel really, because here's the thing is, like, I feel like you maybe have the standards. I feel like this is what it is, like, and that's why it's just like so clear, like, we're not lowering standards. That's not what Spirit's trying to say, but I feel like maybe on a certain level, you feel like your standards are too high, right? Like, you don't necessarily feel as good about yourself as you should. You feel like your standards might be scaring off guys. You think, oh my God, like, there's never going to be a guy who meets up to my standards because, in some way you don't feel that you're good enough to have those standards. Okay, I'm sorry, that's really deep for a general reading, but let me know, comment below, let me know if it resonates for you, or DM me if you'd rather be private about it. But I do feel like success is coming in, because whether this is a romantic person who's inspiring you and empowering you here, or whether it's, a friend, either way, we're coming into this Six of Discs where we're being more generous, and we're also accepting more generosity, and we're having a success. We're coming into a position where we are enjoying what we've worked for. Okay, communicate clearly is coming out. So I do feel like your expectations, your standards, all you have to do is communicate them clearly. Like, don't think that they're too much, or like, don't like start something with somebody if you think they might not. If you think that your standards might be too high for them, like, don't even give it the time of day. Like, put your standards right out there on your dating profile. If you're on like apps, like, don't be afraid to be bold, right? Just go ahead and put it right out there. Just be like, this is my standards. And don't waste your time on less, okay? Do not waste your time on less. You know here. You really know what you want. You know what you need. And knowing is your power here, because now you can ask for it and you can get it, okay? You are powerful. You are magical. And what you ask for, you will get. Okay. Really lovely here. I'm loving this for you, Aquarius. So now in personal, we have the youth. So I just love that. It's a truly lovely energy, because it is a 3. And 3s are when we start opening ourselves up to other, right? Or an experience, a person. We're starting to open ourselves up with the 3 and wanting to create something. In this case, we're wanting to go on a journey of some sort, right? Our message, our guidance from spirit is to balance out our masculine and feminine energy here. It is coming up in reverse. So that does, it's the same for this card. It really is the same meaning in reverse or upright, which is an imbalance to be addressed of masculine, feminine energy. We don't need equal parts of both, but we do need to have the right balance for us, okay? It's very clear to me this is a big week for you, Aquarius, to be tapping into your intuition, elevating your mind, opening your mind so that you can reach new levels of thought, and balancing this masculine and feminine energy is also very important in that process. Okay. Ooh, and I love this, just like some major arcana coming out, Aquarius. I do feel like this is a big time in your life, like big changes are happening, and I feel like for my Aquarius out there, we're in a season of finding out who we are and what we're capable of, and as a result here, we're going to be really standing in our integrity with no shame. No shame. We are just going to be standing in our power, just being beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. And power came out. I swear I didn't even see that power when I said that. Yeah. Definitely in our power here as an outcome. And we also have another two of fire. Okay. We have the 2 of wands, dominion. And this is coming out, clarifying the masculine, feminine energy. So I do feel like this is connected to our love life. This is, we may be feeling a bit hemmed in by our past, by, any traumatic experiences that we've had in the past regarding our passions. They could be having us feeling a bit hemmed in, but what we really have to do is just balance out our own masculine and feminine energies, and just be really clear on what we want, okay? Because right now I do see, clarifying the youth is the 7 of Cups, debauch, and that energy is it's really interesting to me, this energy, because in the decks that are like based off the Thoth deck, this is the Rorig Tarot, but it's based, more off the Thoth than the Rider-Waite. It's a really interesting card because some writers write about this card like, the 7 of Cups will take you into a bad place, right? However, some would argue that a little bit of debauchery, if I said that right, let me know. Call me out in the comments below if I said anything wrong, please. But I think debauchery, right? Like, some people would argue that you can have a little balance of that, right? And I feel like, I do feel like that. I do feel like a youthful energy from this reading, Aquarius. I feel like, we're not going to be perfect. We're just not. Like, we're going to maybe not do everything completely right. We're the youth. It's a learning process. So don't be hard on yourself or be beating yourself up over this. If you're not really sure which way you want to go, if you're not really sure, That's fine. You're getting there. Okay, so it's a learning experience. We do have the tower on the bottom of the deck, so I fucking love that. Damn, I love the tower coming out with the Ace of Fire over your reading, Aquarius. Don't be scared. The tower, you know, I don't know. The tower, maybe it's not comfortable, but to me, it's exciting. It's exciting because something's getting torn down. And you got the Ace of Fire. Like, if you're gonna get the tower, getting the tower with the Ace of Fire over your reading, we'll take that. Because we know that as quick as this gets burned down, there's something else brewing, right? Romance. Whoa. Okay. And we do have get more information on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like, yes, absolutely, we are getting more information. Watch where you're getting it from. But trust your intuition. What feels good to you, that's the right information for you. Okay? As a result, Aquarius, you're going to be in your power, finding stability in your integrity, okay? Integrity is the key this week. It's really, you know, it's what we're working towards, and it's what we will achieve. And it's really beautiful. And when we are in this place of integrity, okay, free of shame, of any shame, that's whenever romance can come in for you, okay? And I just love it. I just love it. If you are not finding love this week, Aquarius, you're just getting ready to find it. So I love that, because I don't really do love readings, because I like to focus on you, you know, not the other person. But you know, at the same time, love is something we all want in our life, and that's why I started doing this spread that does incorporate love life. And, you know, I feel like love is a little bit taken over your reading this week, to be honest. So, I love it. Now let's get us a sacred rebel, please, Spirit. All right, listening for truth we have coming out. All right, listening for truth. So really beautiful card, card 36, that's a 9. So this is definitely a week of reevaluating, processing our information, looking back over our life. All right, listening for truth. Let me get some water first. All right. If you leave me during this, I don't know why I think people will. They really shouldn't. This book is magical. But just, you know, make sure you like the video and comment before you peace out here. Share it with a friend. It means the world to me, and I greatly appreciate that. All right, listening for truth. Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly, even if there is little evidence of how it is all going to happen. You are being asked to listen for the truths beneath the words rather than the superficial message of the words themselves. This is especially true for the communications of those around you, the press, the newspapers, the mass media. You will begin to hear, fear in the words and actions of those around you, even as they preach love. Listen deeper. Listen for the truth. This oracle comes with a message of truth for you. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you are hearing is truthful. You may feel as though you are the only one that is really ready to hear or see it. Perhaps you have been working in a situation or loving in a relationship where truth is consistently denied. We live in a world where truth is frequently avoided out of fear of what it might reveal. At the basis of such actions, consciously or not, is a deep sense of unhealed, toxic shame. If you or someone else is fearful that the truth will expose rather than free and heal, then some personal healing is required. It is time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. You are being asked to love yourself enough to honor the truth, even if you are the only one doing so. Sacred rebels need truth like lungs need oxygen. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through the rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebel. Even if those with less awakened hearts fear the truth, you must not turn away from it. Don't resent this state of affairs. Perhaps your job is to show that truth can be witnessed even when many may want to hide from it. What others do is always their choice, but through your honorable deeds, done with integrity, you will be set free. No matter what the outcome, you are a truth seeker. Never deny or try to quiet this down to make others comfortable. You are meant to be an agitator at times, even though you don't have to confront people to do it. You don't necessarily have to say a word, though sometimes you will. Often, you will agitate in the most loving sense by unveiling truth simply through your knowledge. Hold compassion for the truths you behold. Do not use them as knives to cut another or yourself with harshness, but as the clear insight that allows one to loosen the knot that binds, simply by knowing which thread to gently tug. This oracle brings you guidance. If you have been worn down and depressed by the lies, gossip, deceit, or backstabbing going on around you, do not fret. Get out in nature and spend some time communing with the infinite. Healing will come to you now. No matter how many times, in how many ways, or by how many tongues untruth is spoken, you know what you know in your sacred, rebellious heart. That truth is your connection to the living truth of life itself. Don't give up. Just open up to healing and know that the truth always, eventually prevails. Healing process. Place your hand very lightly at the front and back of your throat and say, I now release all vows of silence I have ever made, consciously or not. I now release all lies, deceptions, and painful words, spoken or unspoken, that are affecting my ability to clearly know and speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love with protection and grace. So be it. You have finished your healing process. You might like to say something true just to anchor it. How about, within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. Within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. All right, Wow, Aquarius, I can't make this up. I mean, that really touched on a lot of aspects of this reading, and I hope that you're feeling blessed by that message. I am feeling blessed to have, brought that for you, and I'm going to leave it there. Please like this video, comment, share any of my videos with a friend, and that does mean a lot to me. If you would like to book a personal, everything you need is in the description box below. You can do so. I do live Zoom meetings. There's a calendar you can book on, or I have an Etsy store and I do recorded readings, so whichever you prefer, I would love to connect with you. Follow me on Instagram at amyenergy. Most importantly though, Aquarius, have a wonderful week. I love you. Take care.